Keeping alive the memory of fallen soldiers and those killed in terror attacks, all through animation, Hollywood style. Take a look.
The last conversation. Everything's going to be okay for sure. Whatever happens, it'll be okay. Take care of yourself and everything will be okay. I really hope so. They told me to write to you, just in case. I didn't write a letter. I wrote it on my phone, just so you know. Oh, and you don't want to tell me what you wrote? No, it's just in case. Oh, okay, God forbid, nothing's going to happen. Are you going in with your unit? Yes, my guys. Okay, they count on you? Yes. Good, I trust you. Take care of yourself and take care of them and everything will be okay.
You just saw a clip of A Face the Day, a memorial portraying a chilling experience of a mother who recorded her last conversation with her son just days before he died in war. We spoke to Hollywood-based Israeli animator and filmmaker Lirit Topaz about this emotional project live from Los Angeles. And, first and foremost, tell us kind of why, about yourself.
I'm an Israeli producer based in LA. I've been here for the past 9 years. Basically, I was a live action producer back home in Israel before I moved to the States. And when I moved here, I started everything from scratch. And I opened an animation school for Israel and South America and an animation production company. So I'm running both till this day.
Yeah, you're a busy woman, and you had a successful career in Israel. What made you leave to go to Hollywood?
So the thing is, when we moved to the States, we moved here because of my husband. He's a lead animator at DreamWorks Animation. And when we moved here because he went to school here because he couldn't find a place that he could study the right way he wanted in Israel. So when we moved here, we decided to open an animation school with teachers from Hollywood working in the biggest studios there are here in Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks, Sony, Illumination, and more. And we wanted to bring this knowledge to students back home, to students in Israel, still in Israel, and we wanted to bring this knowledge from here, from the big studios, in Hebrew and in shekels, because here it's super expensive to study. So all the idea was to bring everything from here back home.
Also, you call this a soul project. So what made you decide to kind of moonlight and make an animated movie about fallen soldiers and honoring, Yom HaZikaron?
So about 5 years ago, I would say, Bet Avichai approached me because they've heard about my school and they wanted to offer for my students to do this kind of memorial video. And I felt very connected to the idea, so I wanted to do that in my studio with my artists. And this is the 4th year we've been doing. It's the 5th year, but the 4th short movie we're doing for the memorial of the soldiers. And I call this project a soul project because from every day we do commercial projects and projects to get more projects and of course to get money on and like career, right? But this kind of films touch me in in somewhere that I don't care about like the career part of it. And I really care about the memory of the soldiers, and to do that and to keep their memory, and to bring their story and to maintain and keep their story for many, many years, and to bring some sort of a happiness, let's call it, or some sort of a good feeling for their families about keeping their memory. So when Bet Avichai told me about this film this year, about Daniel Pomeranz, I felt very connected because, first of all, we were both from the same neighborhood where I was raised all my life. I didn't know him. He's younger than me. He was younger than me. But I felt that I really need to tell his story. It was such a strong and sad story that I really wanted to do that.
Most of your employees are not Jewish. How do they react, by learning the emotional, turmoil surrounding, portraying war?
Yeah, I think, first of all, most of my employees are not Americans. So, for example, a few of the people who worked on this film are from Colombia, from the Philippines, from other places in not only from Los Angeles, other places from the States. And I think that when I told them what is it about, and that's a real story, a real family, a real soldier that died, I could see what it did to them. I could see that it made them understand what is this film about. And the fact, I think as an Israeli, the fact that through that and through art, even to pass to my employees and to my artists, these stories and this conflict and this situation, I'm very happy about it. To make them understand from another point of view of, because when you hear things from the news. I mean, if I didn't know what's really going on, I would have thought totally different stuff, right? So to let them to look at stuff from that point of view, I think it's very good. I hope it answered your question.
Also, living in Israel and being a passionate Israeli, do you miss home? Do you still feel connected to Israel?
I think it's a connection. I don't think it's because I'm here or not here, because it doesn't matter if I live here physically. I'm still an Israeli. I'm connected to Israel. I watch TV from Israel all the time. I have so many Israeli friends here. My sons go to Israeli schools or daycare, so I'm very connected. But I just feel that every person has something, a tool or a gift or something that he has that he can help, change, contribute, do something with his tools and talent. And I feel that this is my talent to produce. And if I can use it to do something good and something that will mean something, that it makes me happy, really.